Hello, friend. Welcome back to Grow My Business, the podcast that helps you sell smarter, market with intention, and ditch the social media overwhelm for good with effective strategies that save you time and money. I'm Lindsay Fletcher, your sales doctor, and I'm so glad that you're here. If you listened to last week's episode, you know that I've officially launched my sales course, Sales Simplified, 7 Weeks to Selling with Confidence. And the response has been pretty incredible. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of what the people who are taking this course are doing with it. And it's confirmed something that I've seen over and over in working with small business owners. The problem isn't your marketing, it's your sales skills and your sales strategy. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Why you might not be closing as many sales as you'd like, and more importantly, what to do about that. So I'm on a roll with threes. Apparently, the last couple of episodes, I've done 3 problems or 3 things not to do and 3 things or 3 ways to fix them. So we're going to keep going with that. So let's go to problem number 1. You're talking too much. I know. It's a hard one, and it's something that many people do. And I say this with love because I've done it too. You're talking too much. So when you're excited about your offer and you're excited about what you're doing and you also maybe desperately need sales, you sometimes accidentally start info dumping. You share all the features, the process, your background, the pricing, the timeline, and then guess what? Your client or your potential client gets overwhelmed. And all of the information is too much for them to process in one conversation or in one snippet of time. And when people feel overwhelmed, they actually do nothing. So you need to stop talking so much and ask more questions that will get them talking. That's the fix. You ask more questions. And I will say this until Jesus comes back. We need to ask more questions. And I am, in my spirit right now, feeling we just need to ask more questions just in general, but especially when it comes to business and when it comes to sales, we need to ask more questions. So the most powerful sales conversations are not one way, they're 2-way. And the best sellers are actually amazing listeners. And when they hear something or they see body language change, they ask more questions. Ask about the problem. Ask what they've tried. Ask about how it's affecting their life and their business. And then connect your offer as a solution rather than info dumping or data dumping, like I used to say in my corporate America career. Don't data dump. You need to listen first and then offer the solution that matches their problems. If you have one. If you don't, you need to not sell to them. They don't need to buy from you if you can't solve the problem, right? Or you need to be very clear that you can only solve part of the problem. All right. Anyway, that's a soapbox for another day. All right. Problem number 2. You're rushing the pitch. This kind of plays off of number 1 of you're talking too much, but we think we're being efficient and getting right down to the nitty gritty. But when we skip straight to the here's my offer piece of sales, people know that they're being sold to. They're being sold to, but not understood because we're rushing and we're going straight into the pitch, right? So the fix is to build trust first. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be in conversation for 3 months or 6 months or 3 years, right? It just means taking 10 to 15 minutes to really understand and to connect and clarify the problem your person has before you pitch a solution for them. Oftentimes, we say something is the problem, and that's actually not the real root of the issue. So if we ask no questions and we take things at face value, our product or service may not actually fix the problem because that's not the actual problem. So sales happen when people feel safe, they feel seen, and they feel understood. And you can't understand if you're skipping right to pitching, okay? Number 3, you don't know what to say when they hesitate. Ooh, this one's a big one. This one is a big one. If someone says, I need to think about it, or I'm not sure if this is the right time, then you freeze. Or you say, okay, no worries, or something like that. And then the sale likely dies right there because you don't follow up like we talked about in the last 2 episodes, and then they forget because they've got a busy life, and that's just kind of where it dies right there. So the fix here is to get curious. Again, ask more questions. Don't get defensive. Don't go into a desperate need to sell type of mode. You want to know things like what do they need to think about? What's holding them back? Who needs to be involved in the conversation? What information will they need? You're not being pushy. You're being helpful, and asking more questions will help them realize what they need as well. Sometimes people don't even know what they need to know. They just feel like they're being sold to, or they feel like they're being pushed into a decision, or they're just not really sure, and they kind of freeze and put the brakes on. So again, when you ask more questions and you get clarity, that's where you start to build real trust with your potential client or your client. So if you want to get faster at this, if you want to get better at this, this is exactly what's inside Sales Simplified, 7 Weeks to Selling with Confidence. This course was built for busy entrepreneurs and small business owners just like you. It's my step-by-step guide to help you ask better questions, build trust faster, handle objections with ease, and follow up without feeling annoying. And finally, I want you to close more sales with confidence. It's self-paced. Right now, it's audio-based. There will be slides and video at some point in the near future, hopefully by the end of the summer. But it is built for small business owners just like you who want real results without spending your life on social media. If you are getting into conversations with people, this course is designed for you. You can get all the details at lindsayfletcher.co/course. All right. So if you've been struggling to close your sales, it may not be your marketing, it may be your sales. And even though you know your offer can help people, this isn't a confidence issue. This is a skills issue. And friend, skills can be learned. You can learn something new, and sales can be learned. You can be calm, you can be confident, and you can be in control of your sales conversations. And I'd love to show you how inside the course. That's it for today, friend. As always, I'm cheering you on. I'm praying for your business. And I'm reminding you that you don't need to hustle harder. You need a better strategy. And I'm here to help. So I'll talk to you next week.